friends, welcome. If I haven't had the chance to meet you or practice with you, my name's Molly and thank you for being here. Today we're going to be doing a really mellow, chill flow. So if you're a beginner, very beginner friendly. If you're more intermediate, it's just going to feel good in your body. So grab whatever props you need. I would highly recommend having a bolster and 2 blocks, especially if you're a little tighter in your body. These act as arm extenders and can make everything just a little more accessible. So it's going to be about an hour long, and I think that's all you need to know. We'll begin. We'll begin here sitting. So as you arrive into this moment, maybe you close your eyes down and place your hands somewhere along your thighs or your knees. And if this isn't comfortable for you, please feel free to sit up onto your pelvis a little more by stacking blankets or a bolster underneath your sit bones. And start to just tune in to your natural breath. Noting the depth, the speed, in and out, flowing through your nose. Notice where your breath likes to go to first. Notice where it gets a little stuck and send a little bit of extra energy there. And then on your exhale, just let your shoulders relax down your back body. Belly pulls into spine. Keep staying in tune with your rhythm. So in the yoga practice, our breath is what really brings us from our outer world into our inner world. Literally, it moves from the outside of our body into our body. But as we focus on the breath and as we flip our gaze inward, we're able to really spend time in this precious moment that we get to pause and practice. So if at any point your breath gets compromised by the pace or by a pose, just take a step back and recenter in on it. If you're also new to the practice, this is a beautiful time that we get to really reconnect with ourselves before we move outward again. So we reconnect, we move our body in order to let our mind focus on this present moment. And then oftentimes along the way we feel something in our heart stirring. We're pulled to something, we focus on something. You find a little more clarity, a little more peace. So if there's anything that you'd like to set as an intention today, anything your heart is calling you towards, feel free to set that here. And we'll seal that in with 3 breaths. Deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale. Back of the neck is long, crown of the head reaches up as your sit bones crown down. Another big inhale in through your nose. Exhale out. Last one on your own. If your eyes were closed, please go ahead and open them. And let's move into a child's pose at the back of our mat. If you want to be extra cozy, you can lay your body down on top of a bolster like this. Just letting yourself melt over the edges of it. Your body's sinking heavy. And if you don't have the bolster, totally fine. Just bring your knees out wide, your big toes into touch. And lay your forehead down onto the mat. Feel some softness and some width across your low back space. Good. And then we'll walk our hands over to the right side. Stay grounded down through your left sit bone. And stretch out to the sides of your ribs, inflating your left lung. Now walk it over to the other side, hands over to the left. Root down through your right sit bone. And open up through the right side body. Good. Fingertips stretch out long in the center. And then if you're on a bolster, please remove it. Lift your body up, and then walk your hands forward, lower your belly down onto the mat. You have the option to either zip your inner thighs together, or if you need a little more ease and space, bring your feet out wide to the edges of the mat. Hands by the side ribs. We're going to activate the back body. So on an inhale, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Just lift your forehead and chest up. And as much as you lift it up, I want you to reach it forward. Feel this activation all along the sides of your spine. Stay here for one more breath. And exhale, lower down. Good. Keep your forehead and your hands planted on your next inhale. Lift your inner thighs from the mat. Feel your muscles working, your hamstrings, your glutes. Point through your toes, lift a little higher. And exhale, release. Good. On your next breath in, we're going to lift everything. So feet lift from the mat, chest rises forward, and then hands as well if you can. So floating in this cobra locust variation. Whole back body is engaged. Shoulder blades are pinching together on your back body. For one more inhale. And exhale, release. Good. Press your palms. Sit your hips down onto your heels. Again, great place for a bolster between the two if you want. Good, and then stack your body, head on top of shoulders, on top of pelvis. And take some shoulder rolls backwards and forwards. Good, on your next breath in, press the tops of your shins, lift your hips from your heels, reach your arms overhead, gaze follows to the sky. Exhale, sit back down, hands come through heart center in a prayer position. Inhale, reach it up high overhead. Exhale, sit back down. Breathe in and drive your hips forward. Really roll open through the shoulders, and exhale, sit back down. Good. Find a gentle twist wherever you are. So left hand comes on the outside of the right thigh. Peel your right shoulder open. 2 breaths. Inhale grows you taller. And exhale twists you from above the navel. Good. And then gently move to the other side. Right hand on the outside of the left thigh. Left hand behind you. 2 breaths. If you're using your bolster, go ahead and remove it. Cross your right ankle in front of your left and sit down onto your bottom. If this feels like you're really dumping into your pelvis, I want you to roll up the back edge of your mat so you can kind of scoot forward to the front ends of your sit bones. And then just gentle rib circles here. So we're going to move our hips and our crown of our head in the opposite direction of our ribs as we circle around. Let it feel good. Find those little sticky areas. Spend spend a few extra moments in those spots. Maybe this is the first time you've paid attention to your body this day, this week. Every day is a little different, so just close your eyes and find what you need here now. Good. And then switch directions. Nice. One more time this way. Good. And then roll over your knees. Keep your ankles crossed in the back. Inhale, find a cow pose. So drop your belly, lift your tail. Pull your chest energetically through your shoulders as you magnetize your palms backwards. And exhale, cat pose. Push through your palms, round through the upper spine. Shoulder blades separate and tail tucks in between your legs. Inhale to cow pose. And exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Keep your left hand planted where it is or on top of a block. Inhale, sweep right arm open to sky. And exhale, thread the needle. Slide your right hand back behind your left wrist. Lower down towards your right ear. 2 more. Inhale, open up, peel the right shoulder. Exhale, slide right hand behind left wrist. Lower down. 1 more time. Inhale, reaches you up. Exhale, slowly lower down and hold here. Push through the space between your index and thumb finger to twist more open from above the navel. Nice stretch on the back of your right shoulder. Twists feel good all the time, I think. Good. Come back to neutral. Sit back over top of your heels and then switch the cross of your legs. So left ankle is in front. Again, prop up onto whatever you need. Close your eyes and then we'll move through our rib circles. With each pass, finding a little more opening, a little more mobility. Get your shoulders into it, get your head into it, get your hips into it. Good, and switch directions. One more time this way. All right, roll over your shins. Find your cat-cow again. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through upper spine. Navel draws up and towards your spine. 2 more with your breath. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale. Good. Keep your spine neutral now, so nice flat back. Plant your right hand down. Inhale, left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Left hand behind right palm, lower down towards left ear. Inhale, open it up, say hello to the sky. Exhale, close it down, say hello to the earth. 1 more time. Equal parts expansion and contraction. Good. Stay down in your thread the needle. Press through the L shape in your right hand to roll the right side of your chest open slightly. One more breath here. Good. Now find your block or bolster. Bring it to the back of your mat. I'd recommend on the middle height. And we're going to sit down onto it in a little yogi squat, but a more gentle variation. Deep breath. close your eyes and feel into all four corners of your feet, the big toe, pinky toe, and then the inner outer parts of your heels. And then place your hands on the front of your knees or shins. Inhale, move through a cow spine. So really pluck your heart up towards the sky, drop your head back. Exhale, tuck chin to just round cat. And as you round, you can even think about bringing your knees into center and lowering your forehead to your knees. That might feel really good and comforting. Inhale, open it up, knees out to the side, arch in your low back, heart magnetizes upwards. Exhale, round and curl in, knees drop to the middle, forehead rests. 3 more with your breath. Let it feel good. Last one. Equal parts expansion and contraction in. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. So again, roll onto the front part of your sit bones. Hug your left knee in and stretch your right leg long. From here, we're going to twist open to the left. So right hand on the outside of the left knee. Left hand comes and wraps around your body. So it's kind of seeking the inner right thigh. Good. Release your twist and see if you can find a forward fold. So slight micro bend in the right knee just to protect the back of the joint. And then I want you to now think about scooping your sit bones back behind you as you pull your heart forward towards your toes. 2 more breaths here. If you're compromising your spine and really rounding down, I want you to not fold as much or bend your knee a little more. Good. Sit back up and we'll switch sides. Right sole of the foot plants down, left leg straightens out long. Start out by twisting over to the right. Right hand reaches behind. 2 more breaths. Good. And then find your little forward fold, half splits, Janu Shirshasana variation. Belly and chest rest down towards right knee. Spiral your inner thighs back behind you. Keep some length in your low spine. 2 more breaths. Good. Plant both feet. Remove the block from under you. And actually bring both of your blocks towards the top of the mat. If you don't have blocks, you can use books of any sort. Shoe boxes maybe, although those wouldn't bear too much weight. Alright, so from tabletop, just sway your hips side to side. Right and left, rocking through the whole body. Releasing a little bit in your low back. Good. Now plant through left hand, and right leg. So really grip the mat with your fingers. Feel all 10 pads rooting down. And make sure you're not sickling your right ankle, so don't let the toes point in. Keep active through the outer right ankle. And then on an inhale, you're going to lift your left heel, your left leg high. It's a nice straight line from the crown of the head through the left heel. And then exhale, curl everything and press through your palms. This is where if you want some blocks to give you a little more space, that's a great option. But you're going to bring your left knee in towards your chest. Good. Inhale, stretch it long again. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend one more time, engaging the back of the glute and hamstring. Balancing table, exhale, pull it in. This time, land your left foot between the blocks. Now, bring them up a little bit higher if you need. This is our low lunge position, Uttanasana. So, I want you to take a peek down at your pelvis. Make sure you're plugging your left femur back into its socket and wrapping the right hip forward. play around with your pelvic tilt here. So you can pretend you have a big booty behind you and then scoop it underneath you. We want to find a nice balance between the two. So if you're able to maintain this little posterior pelvic tilt, reach tall through the crown of your head, and then see if you can sink down into your left knee. Left knee tracks over left big toe, right hip sinks to the mat. Blocks are there as arm extenders. Good. And then plant your hands either on the blocks or on the mat. Inhale, stretch left heel back behind you. Exhale, really pull your navel in towards your spine and engage your core. If you're able, inhale, stretch your right thumb long in front of you. And exhale, bend your left knee, reach back behind you for the left foot with the right hand. Tiger pose. 3 breaths here. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, slowly release the grip without slingshotting. And then bring your left knee to tuck behind your right. Sit your hips back into this funky diagonal child's pose. So feeling it a ton on the outer left hip. Stretching the fingertips out slightly to the left. And stay long through your side waist. One more breath in. And then exhale, release. Come back to your neutral tabletop and we'll switch sides. So left hand, right hand, left foot is grounded. Inhale, right heel reaches back behind you. Exhale, curl right knee into chest. Really puff up through the back of the heart. Let the shoulder blades separate. Inhale, stretch long again. Exhale, curl it in. One more time, big extension. Press through the right heel. Exhale, curl it into your chest. Use those blocks if you need to land your foot between your hands. Good, now rise up, stack your body over your pelvis. Plug the right femur back into its socket. Wrap left hip forward. Good, getting toasty. So from here again, just play with the tuck of your pelvis a little bit. Good, and then if you're able, I want you to start sinking your weight over your right foot, dropping the left hip to the mat slightly. Big stretch on the front of the hip. Keep your breath steady. Good. And plant your hands where they came from, framing the right foot. Inhale, extend, right leg long again. Exhale, draw lower ribs in towards your body. Inhale, extend left hand long if you want to take this option. Next, I'll bend right knee, reach behind you with the left hand. Hang on to the top of your foot and engage the right glute and hamstring to press your hip up towards the sky. 3 breaths, tiger pose. Good. Last inhale, stretch arm and leg long. Exhale, tuck your right knee behind your left, plant your left hand, and sit your hips back into this funky child's pose. Arms stretch out long and then slightly to the right. So if you can spread the left ribs and get a good breath in there. Nice job. Come back to your neutral tabletop. And then make sure your 2 blocks are at the front of your mat. We're just going to step our way into a forward fold Uttanasana. So I want your blocks nice and high. I want your knees bent. Rest your belly onto your thighs. And if you have long arms or if you're a little more spacious, you can rest your forearms or elbows onto the blocks. All right, on an inhale, we're going to bring our spine parallel. So hips and head and heart are all on the same level. Exhale, fold down, release. Inhale up to a straight spine. Exhale, release. I like to keep my feet active, so kind of pretend you're pressing the mat in between your feet. You're pressing outwards, like it could rip between your feet. Inhale. So activate the outer glutes. And exhale, release. Good. On your next inhale, press through the soles of your feet. Stand up tall, Tadasana, and then upward salute. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes down. Just feel into your stance here. Again, paying attention, wiggling your toes, sacking your body, finding length through the back of your neck. Deep breaths. We'll move through a little flow, a little vinyasa. We won't be doing any downward facing dog, just as this is a mellow beginner class. But I hope you like it. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Upward salute. Exhale, ride the breath all the way down to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands to blocks if you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step your right leg back. This is called runner's lunge, so hands are framing the left foot. And lower the right knee down. Plant your right hand. Inhale, sweep left hand open to sky. Easy twist variation. Good. Exhale, straighten into your left leg. Sit your right hip down towards your right heel. Half splits variation. Send your weight back into your left foot. Bend into your left knee. Inhale, crescent lunge. Back knee lifts off the mat. Arms reach overhead. Again, roll the right hip forward. Left hip back. Big breath here. And then exhale, find a modified pyramid. So we straighten into our left leg. Our right heel remains lifted off the mat, using the blocks for support. Good. Next, inhale, step your right foot up to meet the left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press the ground away with your feet. Inhale, rise, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach them up again. Move through the shoulder joints. Exhale, rise. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step your left foot back. Lower the left knee down to the mat. Stay grounded through your left hand. Inhale, reach right fingertips up towards the sky. Easy twist. Exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Sitting your hips all the way back towards your left heel. Obviously, you can bring those blocks with you if you need. Good. Bend back into the right knee. As you inhale, pluck left knee off the mat. Arms reach high for crescent or high lunge. And then exhale, fold over the right leg as you straighten it. Modified pyramid. Good. Inhale, left foot meets the right. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up tall. Arms reach overhead. And exhale, we're going to find an Uttanasana chair variation. Bend your knees, bend your hips, sweep your arms behind you. So weight is more in the heels as opposed to the front part of the feet. We're letting our torso go down at a diagonal, reaching the arms behind us. 2 more breaths here. Feet can be as wide as your hips. We don't need to be touching big toes, but if you want to, go ahead. 1 more breath. Good. Exhale, release down. Uttanasana, forward fold. All right, adding on. Press up into your feet, reach your arms high to the sky. This time, place your hands on your low back. Exhale and find a little baby back bend. So squeezing your shoulder blades back behind you, magnetizing your heart up to the sky. Good. Inhale, stand up tall again. And exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, step right leg back, lower down onto your right knee. Stay grounded through the right hand. Inhale, sweep left fingertips open to the sky. Easy twist. And then exhale, half splits. Straighten over the left leg, sit your right hip down to your right heel. Ground through all 10 toes, bend into your left knee. Reach up through your hands, High crescent lunge, back knee lifts from the mat. Good. This time, exhale, swivel your right heel down. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So your fingers are going to extend along your hands, cast shadows on your feet. Pelvis and chest opens up to the right. And we exhale, we settle into our left knee. Make sure you're wrapping that outer right hip back, grounding through the blade edge of your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge, pivot onto the ball of the right foot, hips square towards the center. Exhale, modified pyramid fold over the left knee. Inhale, halfway lift here. Pull that left sit bone back behind you. And exhale, fold. Inhale, step right foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, release down into your Uttanasana. Press the ground away with your feet. Inhale, rise, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your low back. Baby back bend, pressing your hips forward. Inhale, reach up again. Forward Hastasana. And exhale, all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, sip in some air. Exhale, step left foot back, lower left knee down to the mat. Easy twist, right hand opens to the sky. Exhale, straighten into the right leg, half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. All right, your next in-breath, lift the left knee from the mat, high crescent lunge. And then exhale, swivel left heel down, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Right knee is tracking over right big toe, pelvis and chest open to the left. Gaze follows your right middle finger. Keep the back of the neck long. Keep strong through that left knee, don't let it collapse in. One more inhale here. One more exhale, stay steady in your shape with your breath. High crescent lunge, roll onto the ball of the left foot, arms reach high. And exhale, modified pyramid fold over the right leg. Inhale, halfway lift here. Scissor your inner thighs together. Long through the back body, use blocks as needed. And exhale, fold. Nose to knee. Good, next breath in, step your left foot to meet your right. Halfway lift with your spine. And exhale, release down. Press the ground away, inhale, rise, arms overhead. And exhale, Uttanasana, bring your hands to prayer center. Heart center in a prayer position. Sit your hips back towards your heels. See if you can wiggle your toes off the mat. And stay expansive, stay broad across your collarbones, so no collapsing the shoulders in. 3 breaths here. Again, see if you can rip the mat apart between your feet. For 2. One more inhale. Exhale, fold, give those legs a break. Halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. This time, keep your knee off the mat. Right hand plants. Inhale, left arm sweeps high, easy twist. Good. Exhale, see if you can rise into a reverse lunge. So your left hand is going to come down the back of your right leg. Right arm sweeps overhead. Good. Exhale, fold down, modified pyramid. Straighten into both legs. Inhale, sweep, arms overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2, swivel right heel down. Pelvis opens to the right. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand sweeps down, right leg, weightlessly. You're not really putting a lot of pressure here. Left arm overhead so your bicep frames your ear. Exhale, sink into your left knee. Inhale, grow through your left ribs. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, modified pyramid fold. Inhale, step right foot to meet left, halfway lift, top of the mat. Exhale, release down. Other side, but let's move through our little Vinyasa here. Stand up tall, fingertips high to the sky. This time drive your hip pockets forward, cactus your elbows, so bring them to 90 degrees like a goalpost. Glutes are engaged. Little back opener, back body opener, heart opener, whatever you want to call it. Inhale, reach high to the sky. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift. And then step your left foot back. Keep the left knee hovering off the mat. Left hand plants. Inhale, easy twist. Long through your wingspan. Exhale, see if you can keep your feet right where they are. Rise up into a reverse lunge. Right hand down the back of the left thigh. Left arm overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, modified pyramid fold over your straight right leg. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Move with your breath. Find that rhythm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand down the left leg, right arm overhead. Exhale, sink into your right knee. Inhale, stay. Exhale, warrior two. Crescent lunge, roll that left hip forward, hips are square, arms reach high. Exhale, modified pyramid, fold down, straighten. Good, inhale, step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up through your feet, arms reach high. Exhale, drive the hip points forward, cactus your arms, offer your heart. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find your chair pose. Good, breathe here. Option, if you would like, is to stretch your arms long now, so your biceps from your ears, your palms are facing each other. Still drawing ankle in towards spine. And we'll spend 5 breaths here. Getting a little tiny bit fiery in this mellow flow. 2 more breaths. Reach long through your fingertips, run down through your heels. 1 more inhale. And exhale, fold down. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step right foot back. We'll move through that same flow again. Right hand plants. Inhale, easy twist, open with the left. Exhale, reverse your lunge, stand up, push through the left heel, right arm overhead. Facing the left side of the mat. Good. Inhale there. Exhale, modified pyramid fold. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hips are square, arms reach high. Exhale, swivel right heel down, warrior two. Moving meditation. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, crescent lunge, pivot onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, modified pyramid fold. Inhale, step to the top of your mat, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Push through your feet, inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, cactus your elbows. Inhale, reach high again. Exhale, ride the breath all the way down. As you breathe in, flatten your spine. As you breathe out, step your left foot back. Keep the left knee lifted. Easy twist, right hand opens. Exhale, reverse your lunge. Body faces to the right. Right hand down the left leg. Inhale here. Exhale, modified pyramid fold over your straight right leg. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms reach high. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Breathe out, warrior two. Stack your body. Roll it forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, modified pyramid fold. Halfway lift as you step to the top of the mat, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold all the way down. Press to your feet, inhale, stand. We're going to reach as high as we can into our fingertips. Lengthening through the side waist. For one more breath in. Good, and exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. So I want to give the option here for you to take about 3 minutes to move into any pose that you would like. It could be your favorite pose that you're always used to doing. It could be something that we did here today. But close your eyes down and see just what your body is feeling into. It could be child's pose if you need some grounding and gentleness. Warrior two if you need to feel a little stronger. It could be simple spinal waves, or it could just be standing here. I challenge you to do it with your eyes closed, tuning into your breath and how it makes its way through your body. If we're not paying attention to what our body and our mind and our heart need, and this practice is kind of pointless. You could flow through a few poses, or you could just stay in one. Feel the wobbles if your eyes are closed. Moving into the little nuances of our reactions. We're about halfway through, so switch sides if you want, if you did something unilateral. So we pay attention, and then we embody it. Embody whatever is knocking on our hearts today. Good, a few more breaths to finish out here. And if you're not already there, let's meet each other in Uttanasana, forward fold. You can hold on to opposite elbows, let the head hang heavy, spine traction downwards. Or you can rest onto those blocks. And then sit your bottom all the way down to the mat. Stretch your right leg long. Bring your left sole of your foot to the inner right thigh. And then let's hang on to those blocks. Instead of just collapsing down, we're going to inhale to stretch our spine long. And then exhale, fold as much as is active and comfortable and safe for your body. It's not a competition, it's not a presentation. Just a practice. And each day is different. So stay here for a few more active breaths. Plugging right femur back into its socket. Pressing the right heel slightly into the mat to feel some hamstring engagement. Good, and then plant your left hand behind you. Press through your left shin, your left hand, and your right heel. Inhale into this little modified wild thing. So really opening the heart up to the sky. Like a big yawn for your whole body. Couple more breaths. Good, exhale, release down. plant your left foot onto the mat and then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Seated pigeon stretch. So the angle between your belly and your thighs is what determines the intensity of the stretch. So if you want to chill, I recommend propping down onto your elbows. If you want a little more intensity and active stretch, prop up onto your hands. Keep your chest lifting high. Maybe roll out your ankle. Sometimes that feels good. Roll out your neck. And then if you aren't on your elbows, go ahead and drop down. And then let your knees sway side to side. Dropping over to the right, over to the left. One more on each side. And then as they move back over to the right, I want you to let them hang out there. 5 breaths. If you're feeling able, you can lay down onto your back. Letting your breath start to slow. Nice release in your low back space. Let your legs be heavy for one more breath. And exhale, swing them around to the other side. Right sole of the foot plants on the left side of your body. Arms can be stretched overhead if you want more of a lengthening, or I like to put them just down on my belly. Come back to center, prop up onto your elbows, activate your core. And then we'll switch sides. So bring your left leg out long. Sole of the right foot is planted on the inner seam of your left thigh. And again, on an inhale, we grow our spine tall, lift up through the crown of our heads. Then exhale, we fold down actively over that left knee. Toes are curling back towards your nose. More breaths here. Good. Plant your right hand behind you, drive into the right knee and the left foot. Inhale, press your hips up to the sky, wild thing variation. Left arm reaches over your left ear. Big heart opener. One more breath in, peel the left shoulder open a little bit more. And then exhale, lower down. Plant your right sole of your foot on the mat. Cross left ankle over right knee. And again, play with the angle between your belly and your thighs to determine your stretch. You roll out the ankle, roll out the neck. Using these last few moments, these last few stretches, to fine-tune what you want to work on today. Whether that's just in the physical body or recentering in your mind or recommitting to your heart's intention. Take 3 more breaths here. And then lower down onto your elbows. Let your knees sway side to side, releasing your low back. Good. Next time they make it over to the left, let them drop and be heavy. Maybe you lay all the way on down. And don't skip this part. This is the yummy stuff. to center, and then drop them the other way. Left sole of the foot plants on the right side of the mat. One more inhale where you are. Exhale, release it out of your mouth. Good. Roll onto a neutral spine. Hug your knees into your chest. And just give the low back a massage. Rocking side to side or up and down. And find a happy baby. So stand your heels up towards the sky. Bring your knees wide to outsides of your ribs. And then hands reach for the outsides of your feet. See if you can roll your tailbone down towards the mat. Broaden across your collarbones. Take one more inhale. Send breath into the inner thighs. See if you can soften. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Draw your forehead in towards your kneecaps. Take one breath here. Hug everything in. Pause at the top of your inhale. For one more second. And then exhale, release everything. Shavasana. Heels to the outer corners of the mat if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, try bringing your feet wide and your knees to knock into center, knees bent. Anywhere, any place that feels like home in your body right now. And we release control of our breath. We let it resume its natural course. If you've never done yoga before, this is a practice. We let the practice wash through us, through our bodies, with all the postures we did. Moving, linking breath to movement. Revealing little things along the way. And then we let the practice wash over us here in this pause space. Important integration point. Acknowledging that we didn't do it perfectly, but we showed up. We're here in this limbo of the inward gaze, the practice, the bettering ourselves, and the outward giving. Feeling you're here just another few breaths. And eventually we let the practice wash away from us. Maybe flickering open the eyes. Noticing this transition from inner world to outer world. Maybe we feel a little more peaceful, a little more open, a little more determined. We take the lessons that we learn on the mat and we carry them into our everyday lives. Little by little, not perfectly, but progressively. And it's all a lesson, it's all a practice. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana, please do. Otherwise, slowly roll onto your side into a nice little fetal position. And then eventually come up to a seated posture. Cross your legs, place your hands on your knees. And we'll take one more inhale together, grow tall through your spine, fill up through your whole body. And exhale. Hands can meet at your heart center or at third eye center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining. I feel lovely and wonderful. I hope you do too. If you're a beginner, yeah, this is a practice. So it's very multifaceted. There are good days and bad days. There are days where we don't see the point. There are days where we get major revelations on this mat that we carry into our lives, and it's really amazing. But we're patient and we're present and we're grateful along the way no matter what. So I hope you liked this. I hope you stick around. And if you're not a beginner, just if you like this practice, please share with others. Just a good way to settle into your body and give your mind a little rest. But yeah, I enjoyed teaching it. Thank you for joining. And please subscribe so you see the next video. And I look forward to seeing you then.